You ever see those people who just seem to be traveling all the time and wonder how on earth they afford it? Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. It's not magic, it's just smart strategy. And today, we're going to pull back that curtain. We're talking all about the secrets of savvy travelers, from finding amazing deals online to walking through the airport like you own the place. So let's dive right in.
Okay, so we've all been there, right? You've got the perfect destination picked out, your vacation days are approved, but then you look at the flight prices and yikes, it can feel like a total roadblock. Honestly, that's the first big hurdle for most of us, and it's exactly where we're going to start our journey today.
So how do we get over that first hurdle, the crazy high flight prices? Well, it all starts with using the tech we've got at our fingertips. We're about to explore one of the most powerful tools a traveler can have these days, the Flight Finder app. Let's break down what they are, how they work, and most importantly, how you can make them work for you. Seriously, just think of these apps as your own personal digital travel agent. Instead of spending hours jumping from one airline website to another, and by the way, sometimes they show you different prices based on your search history, which is a sneaky little thing called dynamic pricing. This one tool does all the hard work for you. It just cuts through all that noise and brings the best prices straight to your screen.
And that right there is the real magic of these things. It's all about saving you time and, let's be real, a lot of headaches. You just punch in where you want to go and when. And bam, the app's algorithm scans hundreds of places. We're talking major airlines, tiny online agencies you've never even heard of, and it lays out all your options in like seconds. It's incredible.
But here's the thing. These apps aren't just for flights anymore. Oh no, they've grown up. They're basically complete travel hubs now. So yeah, you can find that super cheap airfare, but then you can also book your hotel, rent a car, and even check out the baggage info, all without ever leaving the app. It makes the whole planning process so much smoother.
And listen, this isn't just me talking hypothetically. This is a real review from a real person who saved $300 on a trip to London. It just goes to show you the actual tangible impact these tools can have. They can literally turn a trip that seems way too expensive into something you can actually afford.
Okay, so scoring a great deal on your flight? That's a huge win, for sure. But your journey's not over yet. The minute you step into that airport terminal, a whole new world of decisions and, well, kind of weird airport rituals opens up. Which brings us to our next big question: what happens once you're actually there?
All right, let's switch gears. We're moving from the digital world of booking flights to the very physical world of the airport itself. And we're going to investigate something that probably puzzles a ton of us when we're waiting at baggage claim: those suitcases wrapped in what looks like a mile of plastic wrap. What is that all about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. That one suitcase, all shiny and tightly wrapped in plastic, just spinning around and around on the carousel. Have you ever just stopped and thought, why? Why would someone go through all that trouble and pay for it? Well, as it turns out, there are some pretty practical reasons behind it.
So why do people do it? It really boils down to three main reasons. Number one, protection. Luggage gets tossed around, and this helps shield it from all those scuffs and tears. Number two, weatherproofing. Keeping your stuff dry if it's raining on the tarmac or super humid in the cargo hold. And number three, security. It's basically a big, clear sign to any would-be thief that this bag is not an easy target. But, even though there are some clear benefits, it's not such a simple yes or no decision. Choosing to wrap your bag involves some pretty significant trade-offs. It's a real dilemma for any traveler, and we're about to, well, unpack it. Is that peace of mind really worth the potential downsides?
And this slide really lays out that conflict perfectly. On the one side, you've got all the good stuff: protection from damage, better security, and that amazing feeling of peace of mind. But on the other side, you've got the environmental waste, the extra cost, and the big one: the fact that security can just slice it all off in a second. So let's talk about that cost for a second. If you get it done professionally at the airport, you're looking at paying anywhere from $2 all the way up to $20 for a single bag. And, that can add up really fast, especially if you're traveling with your family or you've got a couple of bags yourself. This right here is the million-dollar question, or maybe I should say the $20 question. You've paid for this perfect plastic shield, but what happens if the TSA decides they need to look inside your bag? They've got a job to do, after all. So what happens when they flag your perfectly wrapped suitcase for a physical search?
Yeah, the process is pretty straightforward and honestly pretty frustrating for you. If your bag gets picked for a search, the agents will just cut right through all that plastic to get inside. And here's the real kicker. They have absolutely no obligation to rewrap it for you. So poof, your money's gone and your bag is now traveling the rest of the way totally unprotected.
At the end of the day, being a savvy traveler isn't about just following one simple rule. It's really about knowing all your options so you can make the best choice for your trip, your budget, and, your own personal comfort level. So let's look at what's beyond just the plastic wrap.
And here's the good news. If all those drawbacks of single-use plastic, the cost, the waste, the whole TSA thing, if that doesn't really work for you, you are not out of luck. There are actually some great alternatives out there that might be a much better fit.
For instance, you could get a reusable fabric luggage cover. They give you pretty similar protection, but without all the waste. Or, here's a pro tip. If you do use one of those wrapping services, ask them up front if they offer free rewrapping if security cuts it open. Some of them actually do. And of course, you can always just do it yourself with some plastic wrap from home. It's definitely cheaper, even if it's not quite as tough.
So, there you have it. We've gone from staring at a screen trying to find a deal all the way to standing at the baggage carousel. From flight finder apps to luggage wrap, they're all just tools in our toolkit, right? Things to make travel cheaper, easier, or maybe a little safer. Which really just leaves one last question for you to think about. On your next big adventure, what's going to be your go-to hack to travel not just farther, but a whole lot smarter?